Hey everyone, how's it going? Kim's Tectonic here. I don't know if you saw my earlier video, but I bought pulleys and tore this deck off. And if you'll look back in my earlier videos, it shows how I took the deck off, changed the pulleys. And this is a 1282 Cub Cadet. And now, this is a 12 horsepower Kohler. Now we're having problems with it. Well, it ran out of gas, and then now I don't want to stay running once I put gas in it, so I figured it was probably in the carburetor. So we're going to jump right into that and see what the issue is. Stay with me. Five/16 wrench. Okay, now what I had to do here, I'm not going to take you through the whole breakdown. There's these two screws, one on each side of this carburetor where it mounts to the manifold. And the only two things you had to take off is a little C-clip right here. You pop that little C-clip off, this pulls away. That's no longer holding the carburetor. Undo this gas line. I did replace all the gas lines when I did this because they were all dry rotted. And here's your other screw on the other side. Remove both of those, and then when you pull it back, this little L-shaped arm that is your choke lever will come off real easy because you just got to tilt the carburetor to the side. Now, once I had it off, I pulled out this one adjustment screw here and this needle valve on top, which is probably that long. It goes all the way down almost into the bowl. And I take the bowl off. I cleaned it really good. I sprayed in all these ports. There's one right here in the very front, down low. You spray in that. This needle valve out has a bunch of holes in it. You make sure you spray all them out real good. And like I said, when I took this apart, this bowl was full of crud, man. So there was a lot of crud in the bowl. So you can take the bowl off without removing the whole carburetor and have it still seal. I used a 9/16 wrench, 9/16 wrench on the bottom, and it comes right off. And as far as these, I did them with a screwdriver, not a wrench. Just a big screwdriver, and you had to kind of offset it every so often. So anyways, make a long story short, I basically cleaned the carburetor, and I had to buy gasket material from Advanced Auto, cut out my own new gasket, just set it down and trace it. And you just got to mark out the two bolt holes and cut out the carburetor hole. Now, if you got an X-Acto knife or something, that works out good for that. You just got to be careful you don't cut your finger off like I almost did. So anyhow, that being said, put that new gasket in there and remount it. And of course, this one right here is just your idler screw. You can idle it once you get it running, get it idled right. And you might have to play around with these to get it running properly too, which is what I did once I got it running. And to make sure you're getting gas, your fuel pump's right down here. You can see your fuel pump. And if you pull this hose off and turn it over, it should start spewing fuel out of it. Like I said, this is a 12 horsepower Kohler. It's a 1980-84 model. It's pretty old. The red series, they switched to yellow after this particular model. But anyways, now if I can get that part running good, and I don't know if you can see, but the muffler here needs some work too. Think I'm going to pull this C-clamp off and do some welding on here, because I'm probably never going to be able to remove this, and if I do, I can always adapt something to here. But yeah, it's kind of rigged right now. So, and I also bought new condenser, new coil, and a fairly new coil wire, and of course I changed the plug. Now, back in the day, I had to redo the rings in the top end because it was smoking kind of bad. But other than that, it's running great now, if we can see that. So there you have it. New gas lines all the way to the tank. New gas line to the tank. New gas line to from the fuel pump to the carburetor. And I don't know if the video is going to be on this little weld job, but I might attempt that also, just to secure that muffler, because there's some shrouds missing that go on this, and they were kind of messed up with aluminum, and I don't have the machinery to weld aluminum, so I don't know if that's going to get done right away or if it's necessary to have it. So there you go on the repair on that. It was kind of simple without getting new gaskets in a carburetor kit or a new carburetor and all that, because usually your carburetor is going to be aftermarket. But I got most of the stuff at the hardware. The gas line was at the hardware. The cork material for the gasket was at Advanced Auto. For auto parts, probably carries it, any auto parts. So I hope you found this any educational at all for future use for anybody that's got this old of a model or any type of carburetor or an old Kohler motor. So I appreciate all you people that watch my channel, and thanks to all my new subscribers. We're going to take this for a test run and see how it does. Hey, if you found this interesting or if you liked it, hey, subscribe. It helps my channel. Well, I did that quick little weld job Seeing as how I still had some time in the day left. And hey, just to show you, I bought the Chicago electric welder. A buddy of mine had the Lincoln, and I was using his all the time. I don't know what he paid for his, but I got this on sale for, I think it was $100. And it did a good job. So thumbs up to the Chicago electric welder.